Next question is, some of my clients, even after a few hypnosis sessions, still go back to the habits that are not healthy for them, and they came to me with any tips. Great question. So I want to talk about one big concept today in response to this video, because I think this is really important. An important reminder for us hypnotists. And when we really grasp our minds around this, this can help us within our sessions, especially in the investigation phase, when we start to investigate our client's problem, which is that the unconscious mind, the brain, loves, loves homeostasis. And so, whatever this homeostasis looks like, whether we perceive it as a healthy or unhealthy mode of homeostasis, it doesn't really matter. The brain, the unconscious mind, loves homeostasis. And so, what does this have to do with habits? Well, the current habits that our clients are experiencing is part of their current homeostatic set point, right? And because of this, the unconscious mind is going to be very stubborn with regards to changing it unless we give it another way to perceive things or do things. And so this is really crucial. And this isn't just about habits. It doesn't just apply for habits. It actually applies to pretty much everything that we can help our hypnosis clients with. Um, even I mean, smoking. I was going to say smoking, but smoking is a habit. But if even if it's like procrastination in business, right? To them procrastinating and not acting in ways that they know will make them more money in their business is part of their own homeostasis. That's what they've done for most of the time so far in their life, and they want to change it. And so to stop procrastinating, they have to perceive their problem a certain way and to so that they are willing to break that old homeostatic set point and give themselves a new homeostatic set point. So that is pretty much the main concept that I want to talk about. And I can talk about this with something extreme like toxic relationships, right? A lot of our clients will come to us because they want to leave the toxic relationship, but they're still emotionally, mentally, and physically attached to their old partner. And for example, and this was actually my niche as well when I worked with one-to-one clients. But if someone is in a unhealthy toxic relationship, even though they logically know that it is not good for them, their bodies, the stress response that has already developed within their bodies is their normal. That high amount of stress, the amount of cortisol, the amount of regular mental and physical, or even unfortunately, even emotional abuse for them, is their new normal. It's their new homeostasis. So although they know that they need to change that, their homeostatic set point is of that stress, right? It is normal for them. Being without that stress is unfamiliar. And what happens to us when we have unfamiliarity? Fear of uncertainty comes up. And and again, the mind does not like any type of uncertainty, even if that uncertainty makes them very happy. And so, why am I talking to you about this, even though you already know this? And, first of all, it's a good refresher. I'm sure you've had a different perspective shift and saw it differently after this. But if you come into your sessions knowing that, knowing about the homeostasis and how the client is just or the client's unconscious is just trying to keep them in homeostasis. What this helps you with is that you can help facilitate your sessions towards breaking that homeostasis, towards giving the unconscious mind a different way to perceive things showing the unconscious mind, not telling through suggestions, but showing the unconscious mind how the conclusions it has made before is no longer working for them now. Really, that is it. That is pretty much hypnotherapy in a nutshell, right? And so once we are able to skillfully do this, once we are able to actually tell the mind that that toxic relationship, yes, it's familiar and that's what you've had all your life, but shit has to start working, right? Like we cannot live like this. And showing the mind um the what's the word? Once we show the mind the the fact that its old conclusions are no longer benefiting that particular client, that's when it starts to become valuable, and that's when it starts to change. And so when you're finding that more clients are coming back to those habits, one of the reasons is because there's still knots that need to be untied, and you haven't really received an actual the mind hasn't received a new way to do things, or sometimes even though the mind has received new ways of doing things, sometimes it is part of a client's evolution to still go through that, and eventually something will click with them and then they'll start or they'll stop using that behavior. It's really difficult to gauge which one it is. It's very client dependent, and we'd have to kind of like talk about it. And that's why inside our advanced conversational hypnosis trainings, my students get access to the private support for a good year so that we can brainstorm any potential clients hiccups that they may have as they use ACH, which is very, very, very valuable, has shown to be valuable. And it's good to see the progress over a year, even just after one full training. So that is what I wanted to talk to you about. I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, let me know and I will see you soon.